Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Tuesday, June the 27th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. Walmal, we've got some orange news out there on the U.S. dollar, which will affect the pound dollar. So, you collecting some pips there?
Yeah, I'm up a little bit, and I'm probably going to get out now because it's starting to go against me. But yeah, the news was pretty positive for the U.S. and which was kind of surprising, I guess. People weren't expecting that, and of course that just pushed the price down pretty quickly. And I went short at 25, and I was able to get out at 18.4. It looks like. So not bad little pickup.
Yeah, so you guessed the news then.
Yeah, I was. What I did was I just went and basically did the old bracket thing from the old days, where it said if it goes below 25, just go short, and if it went above the 30, I was going to go long.
Okay.
What I did. So
the good news was supposed to tank it, but now it's going back up.
Yep. So that's what it does. Because then people start to say, "Oh, it's not as good as I thought it was," or people wind up getting out from trades earlier in the day, and it just forces the price to go back up.
Yeah.
And people start to profit take, and and I think a lot of traders don't realize this. When you're exiting a trade, if you had gone short, when you exit, we call it exiting, but in reality, what we're doing is we're buying. And so if a lot of people are buying, then it's going to go and force the price up.
Right.
So now we just got to sit here and wait and see for a setup. We got a flip-flop that was there to go long. I didn't take it. It just looked like it had moved too much for me. And we have a flip-flop setting up for the next minute, it looks like. We'll see what happens here. I think what we're doing is we're reestablishing a range. If you look back towards the end of last hour on the 1 minute chart, you see there was a range that went from about the 20 up to the 27, maybe even the 30. And I think we're starting to reestablish that. I think price just wants to drift there for a little bit, but that's a good thing, because if you can reestablish that and see that it's reestablished, you can make money on the ends there just by going and just trading into the middle. Just you're not gonna make a lot of money on that. You're only talking about a 5-10 pip range in that, but hey, 5-10 pips, you can pick up 2 or 3 every time until you lose. And that's the thing about range trading. You take every trade that you get until you lose, and once you lose, you lose. And you just make sure you don't lose big.
Right. And we're back. We just made the hour turn green.
Yep. Let's see what happens here. So we hit the 30, we bounced off of that. Let's see if it reestablishes. Looks like it is. So if you wanted to, you could have gone short at 30 as soon as it hit it. Would have been up 52. But the thing is, this is one of those things where you take your picks and you take them quick.
Oh yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart either.
No, it's not.
I'm sitting here waiting to see if we can get a flip-flop box established. We have one right now. I just don't like it. So I'm not taking it. I'm not going to take this long here.
Okay. You have to tell the boys, girls, and non-binaries why you didn't like it.
I thought that range was being reestablished. So in my brain, I really thought that we were going to get a range there. And I just was waiting for that to go and drop again. And that's the only reason. Was just I was just trading what I saw, and just I didn't like what I saw. And sometimes you're right about that, and sometimes you're wrong, and you just have to go and play it and hope that the numbers work out in your favor.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they use that news to run stops or whatever, because we're almost back to that 3 ball.
Yeah. Now, 10 o'clock Eastern time, which is in about an hour and a half, we have red news coming out. So, we may just be sitting here and just ranging. The larger range that I didn't talk about before still starts down at that 20. The larger range then runs up to about the 37, 38. So we may be just staying within that larger range. Who knows? And if you look on the 5-minute chart, you can really see that range. It's pretty well established over the last couple of hours.
Yeah, I just put it up. So yeah, we're near the top of that range right now.
Yep. And we just hit the open of the, what is that? That's the open of the H4.
Right.
Now the H4 is only 22 minutes old, but.
No, my H4, this is going to tell about 22 minutes left in this H4.
Oh, 2 minutes, I'm sorry, 22 minutes left of it, I'm sorry. I've got 2 indicators in my chart. One tells me how much time is expended, and the other one tells me how much is left. And I looked at the wrong one. Here we go. Let's see if it holds or if it's going to go to 40.
Uh-oh, there's the launch pad. Launch pad.
All right. And of course, it didn't quite get there. I put a pending short at 45. And of course, it missed it by less than a pip. Okay, I got a gap up here. It's filled.
Right.
It's still coming down.
Yeah, I just remembered something. There was a trader that's been asking me about the 3-level ZZ indicator. And I have it on this chart, and it was asking me about using I think the dashboard about multiples, and it's like I usually don't do that anymore. I just focus on whatever time frame I'm trading, and as you can see, I've got the fibs. So for now, I just would look for fib retraces, and you should probably have the latest version of the indicator, because what I did was I made a slight change to it. If the 3-ball up top has a white candle, it'll say wait. But if it would have a black candle, it would say take the short. Because I've noticed a lot of times when it's pushing up, it's just smarter to wait for the reversal. But then again, you just trade what you see.
Another gap down, or another gap. This time it's a gap down. That would have been a really nice trade if I just put my entry a little bit lower.
Oh, you mean on the short? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now I could have been up, 8, 9 pips, but hey, that's just trading. I mean, if I would have just punched in, I would have violated my rules. That's not a good thing to do.
And we got a flip-flop trade right here.
Yep.
Short.
Yep. Yeah, my entry would have been at 36.4. I missed it because I was yabba-dabbing.
So a lot of times, the reason I have these two blues, that's the 90% level from the bottom. This is the 10% level from the bottom, or 10% level from the top, 90% level from the top. And what I do is I'll look at these. So I'll usually want to take my short right here. And then so between the 10 and the 23, that's about, what, 3 pips. And then here between the 38, that's 4 pips. Down to the 50, that's another 3 pips. So that's what I look for. So right now, if I'd taken this short, I'd be out for a couple of reasons. One, it hit the fib. Two, I think I saw one ball appear. And three, it's 3 black candles in a row. There's the one ball. You only got 7 seconds. I'd take my money because we're hitting this imbalance right here. And boom, just like that, it goes the other way. But let's see if it pushes it down some more.
The thing is, there's also, we got that, I'm not sure if it's a return bar. It's pretty close to a return bar. If not, 1 minute. It's not really, it's 5 pips, but that's kind of a rough return bar. So I'm thinking it's going to get down to probably 28.5 or so. The question is, how long does it take to get there? And then, of course, it's going to hit that midpoint of that big bar. So where is that going to be? That's going to be at roughly 27.31, whereas it'll start to run into a little bit of trouble. And that'll give me an indication of, at that point, I would go and exit at the 31. I'd just go and put an exit right there, put a TP right there. And how far down did we get? We got down to what? 32.1.
I got 31.8 on mine. And a flip-flop long would have just paid off 2 pips.
Yep.
So, and the one thing to that trader that was asking about the 3-level ZZ, remember, it's not a reversal indicator, it's a breakout indicator. And most people have that backwards, and that's why they get burned. And they talk about it repainting. When it doesn't repaint, it calculates in real time, which is something else people just don't understand about it.
Yeah, it's a dynamic indicator. And so you got to remember, what it's actually doing. Know your tools.
Yeah, exactly. So we just had a 1 ball put in, and see, if I would have taken that long, as soon as I see that 1 ball, I'm usually out.
Yep. I'm usually a little bit more whatever with it.
Yeah, and then the one thing to notice, you see how it came down and touched indicator 2 dot, and then it reversed. That's the other thing. If I was in a trade and it was to hit an indicator 2 dot, I'd be looking to get out. Or if I was in a trade and it's going my way and it pulls back to the indicator 2 dot, I'd be tempted to jump back in. Or add in, rather.
Yep. Okay, quarter to the hour.
Yeah, and the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So I hope you enjoyed a little trading session there, and I hope I answered questions on the 3-level ZZ. If not, feel free to ask more, and I'll try to answer those questions too. And as you're sitting down trading, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.